So according to Sony Alpha Rumors, the most accurate rumor site in all the land, he gets his rumors by watching dogs pee in the snow, and he sees what symbol it makes. This, it's a Alpha 6700. Confirmed. S5. So Sony has 5 cameras on the way. Apparently they've already registered them. Let's talk about what I think they are, what I hope they are, and what I hope they aren't. Because there's some that better not be in that list.
All I want is the perfect camera. All I want is the perfect camera.
So let's get the obvious one out of the way. Everybody's expecting the Sony A7 IV. What's it gonna have? What is their focus gonna be? I wonder, are they gonna put the flippy screen in? Because the A7S III is now our video camera. Why is this done up like a baby? I'm a baby. But this is known as like the hybrid line, photos and video. So what's it gonna do? What screen? I wish they would just use the Sony A99 screen. It flips up to appease photographer losers who are taking pictures of fire hydrants. Yellow fire hydrants contrasting with orange leaves. There's a photo opportunity in there, loser. I don't know if they're gonna flip it though. I don't think they will. All we know for sure is it's gonna be a 1.4 million dot screen from 1971. You can't see a damn detail. You couldn't touch the thing if you tried. That's the biggest truck I've ever seen. All I know is once you go Sony A7S III, the A7 IV is not going to matter. What could it possibly do? It'll have 4K 60 probably, a little bit of a crop on there. You might get 240 frames per second if you're lucky. I'm not that interested. The real question is, what megapixel count will they do? You got to imagine they want to compete with the Canon M6 that so many people buy and use every day. 30 megapixels, 32 maybe. Might be up there. 30ish? Unless it had 480 frames per second somehow, I can't see this thing even being on my radar, so let's move along to a far more interesting proposition. It's a little early for a Mark II, but we could use a ZV-2. You effed up the first one big time. If you just give us like a 14 to 30, don't try to be like Nikon. They pretended that they had an 18 to 50, 1.8 to 2.8. It never materialized. Nobody ever saw the thing. It was a fake algorithm detected by... So let's be real with ourselves. That thing was never going to happen. The 18, that's a big range. For 1.8 to 2.8, no wonder that thing materialized into the ether. I'm thinking 14, because we know you're going to put that digital active crop on that's going to hurt us all. 14 to 30? There you got it. You also have to improve bigger battery and move the tripod screw away from the battery door so I don't have to take it off. 480 frames per second needs an increase. 4-second burst. I'm pretty sure the RX100 did it. This one's a 2-second. It's better than this with my, if anything, 1 second maximum. And you're 960 frames. Also 4-second burst. 3 seconds, I'll take it.
Let me fly towards my hands. Towards my hands. Let me fly towards my hands. Towards my hands.
I have a feeling that one of these cameras is going to be that waste of space RX10 Mark V. It's like a bridge camera. It's too heavy. The sensor's too small. A 1-inch sensor, but weighs more than any camera I've ever seen. That camera is for old men who've given up in life. They know whatever, my back is broken in 3 places. This is all I can carry, even though it's heavier than most of their other cameras. But it has the zoom range, an all-encompassing camera that can do it all, and your blind-ass eyes can't even see the results anyway. So you're like, whatever. I'll take it. Now, we might see a Sony RX100 Mark VIII, is it? They're up to? Just whatever you do, Sony, make that your photography one. I don't care if it's 24 to 200 with a f4 lens. Like, do whatever you want. Just make sure it's known from the bat that this is for photo taking. You could do some video on it, but don't. That's what the ZV-2 is for, and we've catered to your every need. Don't even waste my time with this thing. Just take photos with it. It's small, it's tiny. Put a little grip on there. Photographers have sly fingers, always grabbing the cookies, the cookie jar. I've seen them. It's far more important that you continue that ZV-2 line. Just recognize your mistakes of the first one. Good idea. Thank you. Do whatever you want with the RX100 line. Not important. For the last camera, I don't think it's going to be an A9 Mark III because they just did the A1. They might even discontinue that A9 line. What's it even going to be? Like 40 frames per second with the 24 megapixels? The whole dumb line. The whole thing. We expected an A9S, A9R, never went anywhere. It's not going to be that. It's too soon for an A7R V. They're already 60 megapixels. Nobody's beaten it yet. Except the Nikon. No. I'm a moron. I was going to say the Nikon P1000 because it had 83 times zoom, not megapixels. I'm that dumb. That's fine. There's a dog. I'll leave. It's definitely not going to be the A7S Mark IV. If it is, I'll throw crayons at somebody. I think we all know what it's going to be. We welcome you, Sony X4000, to the family. Oh, finally, it's coming. 1-inch sensor, Boss stabilization, little flippy screen on there. Don't make this an action cam. It's not. It's a vlogging cam. Just like your ZV-1. Why would they make two? I hate debunking myself so immediately, right after the other. That does hurt. It's not going to happen. I would accept an RX0 Mark III if it had a wider lens. That had the flip up. Let's face it, they killed off the X3000. It's not going to happen. They moved it to that. They still don't understand that wide lenses are fun. We're on one. This is barely wide enough. That's 18 mils. I think it has a digital crop on there. But man, does that X3000 need an update or what? It was ahead of its time, but time has passed. It's too hard to get into the menus. 240p was 720p. Mic jack was too hot. There's only like a couple mics that have the potential to be used on that thing. It needs an update, hard. I think I was reading something about like GoPro market share was 93% or something, then Sony had like 7%. Oh, I'm running over ice. So Sony probably looked at the books. We're like, we're not going to win that one. GoPro, they like the surfer orange face. California surfers. God bless their hearts. They're out there riding the waves. They avoid sharks every day. They film it. They have good times. GoPro's pretty reliable now. Mine hasn't frozen in a while, but it's out of focus. It's bullshit. So I think I will make a video on what are the best vlogging cameras. And first I'll make the video why I focus on vlogging for the whole channel. You must know the secrets, the inner workings of my heart. So let me know down below what you expect any of these 5 to be. I'm hoping it's something small and fun. We already have the A7S III. You're not going to beat that for video anytime soon, even though the color science is a bunch of bullshit. Every camera I ever switched to in comparison, I'm like, that looks a lot better. It's a bullshit machine. Bullshit machine. So, let me know. Action cams. What's happening in that category? Buy a shirt. Subscribe for more videos on the channel.